Amaka and Ijeoma had been best friends since their days in secondary school. They did everything together, shared food, clothes, and even secrets. When they both got admitted into the University of Lagos, their friendship grew even stronger. One day, Amaka told Ijeoma about a man she met on a foreign dating website. His name was Richard, a white man from the United States. They talked every day, and after a few months, Richard told Amaka he loved her and wanted to marry her. He even sent her money sometimes and promised to visit Nigeria to meet her family. Ijeoma was happy for Amaka, or so it seemed. Deep down, jealousy began to grow in her heart. She started wondering, why should Amaka be the lucky one? Why not me? After many months of planning, Richard finally booked his flight to Nigeria. Amaka was overjoyed. She cleaned her house, bought a new dress, and even told her parents about him when Richard landed in Lagos. He stayed in a hotel and planned to visit Amaka's family the next day. But before he could do that, Ijeoma went behind Amaka's back and met Richard first. She told him terrible things. Amaka is a liar, Ijeoma whispered. She is not a good girl. She has been with many men, and she has even done things to her womb. If you marry her, you will regret it. Richard was shocked. He didn't know what to believe. His heart ached because he truly loved Amaka. He felt betrayed, angry, and confused. Without even meeting Amaka's family, he booked the next flight back to the United States. Back at home, Amaka was waiting for Richard's call. She had prepared a delicious meal for him, but when she called his number, it was disconnected. She tried again and again, but no response. Then, a message popped up on her phone. It was from Richard. Her hands shook as she opened it. I trusted you, Amaka, but you lied to me. Your best friend told me everything. I cannot marry you. The wedding is off. Amaka's heart dropped. Her vision blurred as tears filled her eyes. She couldn't believe it. What had just happened? Amaka's hands trembled as she read the message over and over again. Her chest felt tight, and a sharp pain ran through her heart. She tried calling Richard again, but his phone was still switched off. Tears rolled down her cheeks as she sat on her bed, confused and heartbroken. Who told Richard such terrible lies about me? She wondered. Then it hit her, Ijeoma. She grabbed her phone and dialed Ijeoma's number. After 3 rings, Ijeoma picked up. Hello, Amaka. Ijeoma's voice sounded normal, as if nothing had happened. Ijeoma. Amaka shouted. What did you do? What did you tell Richard? There was silence on the other end for a moment. Then Ijeoma sighed. Amaka, I only told him the truth. You should be grateful I saved you from embarrassment, saved me. Amaka's voice cracked. You lied to him. Ijeoma, I trusted you. You were my best friend. I was only looking out for you, Ijeoma said coldly. Richard is too good for you. You don't deserve him. Amaka felt like her heart would explode. She couldn't believe what she was hearing. You are wicked, she cried. You destroyed my happiness. I will never forgive you, Ijeoma laughed, a low, mocking sound. Forgiveness. Who cares? Richard is gone, and you can do nothing about it. The call ended. Amaka's phone slipped from her hand and fell to the floor. She sat still, staring at the wall, feeling completely lost. Her dreams of marrying Richard were shattered. The love of her life was gone, but one thing was clear, she would not let Ijeoma get away with this. Amaka did not sleep that night. Her heart ached, and her mind raced with thoughts of how everything had fallen apart. She cried until her pillow was soaked with tears. The next morning, she decided to go to Ijeoma's hostel. When she arrived, she banged on the door. Ijeoma opened it. Looking completely unbothered, you have the guts to come here. Ijeoma said with a smirk. Amaka's hands shook with anger. Why did you do it? What did I ever do to deserve this? Ijeoma crossed her arms. You were always acting like you were better than me. You thought you could have a perfect love story while I had nothing. I simply corrected that mistake. Amaka took a step back, her chest tightening. You were my best friend, Ijeoma. I would have done anything for you. And that was your problem, Ijeoma said coldly. You were too trusting. At that moment, Amaka realized something. The friendship she had once cherished was truly over. With tears in her eyes, she turned around and walked away. She promised herself she would never beg or try to fix what was already broken. Days turned into weeks. Amaka tried reaching out to Richard again, but all her messages went unanswered. Eventually, his number stopped working. She checked the dating website where they first met, but his profile was gone. Reality hit her. Richard was never coming back. As for Ijeoma, she carried on as if nothing had happened. The two girls became complete strangers, refusing to speak to each other even when they passed in school. Their once beautiful friendship had turned into deep hatred. Years later, even after graduation, their paths never crossed again. Amaka never forgave Ijeoma. And Richard? He was gone forever. Till today, Amaka and Ijeoma remain bitter enemies. Morals of the story: 1. Be careful who you trust. Not everyone who smiles with you is truly your friend. Some people hide jealousy behind fake friendship. 2. Jealousy destroys relationships. Envy can turn even the closest friends into enemies. Instead of celebrating others, jealousy can lead to actions that ruin lives. 3. Lies have serious consequences. Ijeoma's lies not only destroyed Amaka's relationship but also ended their years of friendship. Lies can break trust forever. 4. True love is built on trust. If Richard had truly trusted Amaka, he would have given her a chance to explain. A strong relationship should not be easily shaken by rumors. 5. Some betrayals can never be undone. Once trust is broken, some relationships can never go back to the way they were. 6. Success will come to those who wait patiently. Instead of trying to ruin others, focus on your own path. What is meant for you will find you in due time. 7. Learn to move on. Amaka lost her friend and fiancé, but holding on to pain would not change the past. Sometimes, walking away is the best thing to do.